Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about rub-ons. Now, there's all kinds of ways that you guys can use your rub-ons in your layouts and different projects. You can put them on different paper materials like your vellum. But for today's technique video, we're going to focus on doing two really quick cards, and then I'm still going to have a project video tomorrow because I want to show you something that you can do with this 12 by 12 rub-on page. So we're going to put that to the side, and like I said, that'll be in tomorrow's video. So for today, I decided to pull out the 6 by 8 rub-ons. And looking through, I was like, you know what we need? We need something that's going to create like a background that we could put a sentiment on top of, right? I like the one with the butterflies, but I think I like this one with the splatters more. And what we can do is put the cards horizontal, and then that way all we have to do is line this up at 4 inches and you have two card fronts. So we're just going to peel off the backing. And we're going to just talk about the rub-on. So doing it this way is just a real simple, easy way. You can always, there's a lot of like building up with the rub-ons. You can put it on top of, you can actually rub on a photo. You can rub it on your, obviously your cardstock. Like I said, will possibly, you'll see some vellum in a little bit. So there's a lot of different materials you can actually use your rub-ons on, and there's a lot of different tools you can use. You can use the one that comes in the packaging, like with 49 Market. They don't put them in anymore, but at the beginning they had a lot of these white little tools. You can also use your bone folder. You can also use the ones that's like a stylus that you would use to like create your flowers and stuff. I'm gonna grab that in a little bit, I think on the next one, just to show you. But there's so many different tools you can use to rub on to your different projects. And then the parts that hanging off, I just took my little sander and we're just going to clean that off. And that is a really pretty background. And it looks like you did all this mixed media on it and it was just a rub on. I love that. So if you're a person who doesn't like it messy, I highly suggest investing in them when you, especially when they have mixtures like this where it has a lot of distress and different looks. Now, let me just tell you, obviously I've sped this up because I don't move that fast. However, I'm telling you, you can use your bone folders. You can use the popsicle sticks that you get with like Simple Stories. You can use, this is the stylus I was telling you about. You've probably seen a lot of different people use different tools. Any one works. So whichever works best for you, use that tool. I have about 100 of these little white ones. So I just keep them all next to me. And then if I lose it, I lose it because I know I got more. You know what I mean? But if it's a large area, you could use your bone folder to help getting down. The stylus actually felt really nice in my hand. So if you have like gripping issues, I would suggest that one because I could hold it like a pencil and it just made it a lot easier. All right, and so we're almost done with the second one. Super easy. Two card backgrounds done. So I'm the type of person, I like, if you're not sure what you want to put on it as far as the title and you're not really ready to decorate it, then just create backgrounds. See, a sentiment and boom, you're done, right? You don't have to do anything extra. The background is beautiful. You can use a sentiment, like in this one, this particular collection, it has these large phrases that you could use. So I was thinking, you know what, let me show you just what I mean. So I'm going to cut a 3x4 piece of vellum. And then we're going to cut out, I want to say it is "You Are Adored." And that's up at the top. I was going to do the bottom, but I was like, you know what? Let me just do the sentiment first. And because you could see there. And then I was like, you know what? No, let me do this other one. I think "You Are Adored" is better. And we're going to put that down on the vellum. I use my little stylus. Boom, boom, boom. And, I switch. I just wanted you guys to see that you can really use whatever. And if it starts to peel up and it's not laying down, lay it back and rub again. And there you go. You have a sentiment on a piece of vellum. And then I was like, yeah, let's do a couple of more. So let's grab a butterfly. And we're going to put that up on the top left side. Rub, rub, rub. And then we're going to get one more piece, which will be on the bottom right is where I'm going to put that. But I think for that one, I'm going to wind up using the flower. I do like the butterflies, but yes, this one. I was like, I like this color. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the smaller one at the bottom. I was hoping I could do the one to the left, but it's a little bit too big. I could have probably put that down first on the card base and then did a sentiment up above. That would be cute too. But this one is perfect. It's going to fit right here in the little corner. And any bits that are hanging off, like I said, we'll just hit it with the stress, my little sanding block here. And then that way it makes it nice and neat. All right. And then there's I love it. Now, vellum, it can be difficult as far as attaching. But all you have to do is, I'm just going to grab my glue press, and I'm just putting glue behind the areas that are opaque. Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah. So you can't see the glue, right? So behind the butterfly, the word, and the little flower. And then I'm also going to put on the four corners a little dab of glue. Now, here's the beautiful thing about Bearly Art Glue and Art Glitter Glue is they do dry clear. So if you do put a little bit of glue on the ends, you'll be fine. Because I'm looking at it right now and you can't even see the glue. Yeah. All right. And so on the sentiment that on the other card, I'm just going to put the sentiment, just like how I showed you before we started on the journey with the vellum. And there you have it. So it can be just as simple as popping up a sentiment and you have a truly beautiful card with this rub-on background that wasn't a lot of effort, but you get a lot of bang. And you can see there, that's where I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should just put a little dot. A little dot. Really not that much. Like not even enough to really ooze out. You know what I mean? There you go. All right. And then on this one, because we did the sort of like distressed background of the rub-ons, I'm not going to do any splatters. I think it's fine as its own. It already looks like it's got splatters, so no need to add more. And there you have it. Boom. 2 cards that you can put together. It probably took all of 10 minutes. You know, it was longer doing the whole vellum part, but for the most part, it really didn't take long for these to come together. The rubbing on actually was the longest part. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Keep an eye out for tomorrow's video. Like I said, we're going to do some more with the rub-ons. And I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Oh, and please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again. Wow.